Imagine waking up in a place that's supposed to be a luxurious haven, only to feel trapped and frustrated beyond belief. That's the raw reality Wendy Williams is bravely sharing from her assisted living facility. In a heartfelt phone call from her memory care unit at Coterie in New York City's Hudson Yards, the former talk show host is calling out what she sees as a deeply unfair arrangement, labeling it as fucked up. But here's where it gets controversial. What if her cries for change reveal a bigger debate about care, control, and personal freedom in the face of health challenges? Wendy resides on a secured floor of this upscale facility, designed exclusively for her and a handful of other residents, with her living space reportedly spanning one entire level. Yet she's vocal about her dissatisfaction, repeatedly pleading to relocate away from an environment filled with older adults. To put it simply, she feels out of place and longs for surroundings that better match her vibrant spirit. And this is the part most people miss: the layers of restrictions that make daily life anything but simple. Her world is tightly regulated. The floor is locked down, requiring approval from both the facility staff and her court-assigned guardian before she can step out. Personal mobile phones are off limits, though she's equipped with a landline that allows only outgoing calls. It's a setup meant to ensure safety, especially for someone navigating cognitive difficulties, but it raises questions about balancing protection with autonomy. For beginners diving into this, guardianship is a legal process where a court appoints someone to make decisions for an individual deemed unable to manage their own affairs, often due to illness or age, covering everything from finances to personal choices. Her close friend, Max Tucci, who runs the renowned Italian eatery Tucci in NYC, has echoed Wendy's candid feedback. He described how she likened the place to where wealthy tycoons stash their elderly relatives. Yet she firmly insists she doesn't belong there, famously quipping, "Wendy doesn't lie." This adds a layer of intrigue. Is this a case of someone resisting care they perceive as unwarranted, or a necessary step to safeguard her well-being? Wendy entered this chapter of her life in 2022 when guardianship was established, followed by diagnoses of progressive aphasia, a condition that impairs language and communication, and frontotemporal dementia, which affects behavior and judgment. To clarify for those unfamiliar, frontotemporal dementia can lead to personality changes and memory issues, making specialized care crucial, though Wendy has publicly disputed these diagnoses. Initially, she enjoyed a more lavish setup on a higher floor complete with elegant marble bathrooms and panoramic windows. But after an incident during her birthday celebration at the facility's rooftop bar, where she reportedly overindulged, she was relocated to the dedicated memory care unit. For context, memory care units are tailored for individuals with dementia, offering structured routines and supervision to prevent confusion or risks, like wandering, that could arise from the conditions. Despite these limitations, Wendy pushes back against the narrative of confinement. She's shared with outlets like The Cut that she manages to venture out, attending services at a large Brooklyn-based church that she says bolsters her faith and helps her stay connected to her spirituality and inner self. Inside her cozy 360-square-foot suite, she relies on an iPad to tune into recordings of her old radio show and keep abreast of media buzz surrounding her. All this comes at a steep price, $25,800 monthly for the unit, not including additional costs for legal representation and guardian services. The story doesn't stop at the facility walls. Wendy's ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, has escalated the drama with a lawsuit accusing the guardianship of being a form of fraudulent bondage, and even labeling the judge involved as biased. The suit, demanding $250 million in compensation, was dismissed by a court on October 9th, but Hunter has hinted at revisiting it. This sparks fierce debate. Is the legal framework a shield for vulnerable individuals, or could it be an overreach that strips away rights? On the other side, her son Kevin Jr. is steering clear of the turmoil, focusing on forging his own path independently. He simply wants his mom released from what he views as an unjust situation, stating, "Because it's not right." Looking ahead, an upcoming medical evaluation could shape the future of her guardianship. potentially leading to adjustments, reductions, or even termination. However, insiders suggest a complete end to the arrangement is improbable, given the ongoing assessments of her conditions. But here's the kicker. What if this case highlights a broader societal tension between honoring an individual's wishes and prioritizing health safety? Ultimately, Wendy's story forces us to confront tough questions. Do you believe the restrictions at Coterie are essential for her protection, or do they infringe on her independence? Should guardianship laws be reformed to give more voice to those under them, especially high-profile figures like Wendy? And how do we balance compassion with autonomy in cases of dementia? Share your opinions in the comments. Do you side with her frustration or see the care as necessary? Let's discuss.